But before all that, new data has revealed that water pollution in England is at an all-time 10-year high, causing hundreds of wild swimmers to fall ill from serious infections.
It's a big issue. One woman who's deeply passionate about clean water is our next guest, 28-year-old Megan, who took a love for the environment to a whole new level. She is committed by marrying the River Avon.
How beautiful were those pictures?
Lovely, weren't they?
You in the water, yes. You heard that right. Her one-of-a-kind wedding was complete with a wedding dress, guests and vows. And Megan joins us now to tell us all about it. Hello, Megan.
Wish we could have come to this.
No, I wish I could have invited you. That would have
Wish
been
we
lovely.
knew you then. It was wonderful. Looks so nice.
So, firstly, you've got your husband with you right here.
Here's my darling.
There's Avon.
There he is.
Yeah, a little bit of a River Avon. Tell us about this wedding, because it sounds absolutely beautiful.
It was a really magical day. People say it's the best day of their lives, and it definitely was for me.
Yeah.
Was it the vows that you took? What was it that made everyone so emotional?
Well, I'm a writer, so I put a lot of thought into what I wanted to say. There was a film crew that were there. The shots that you just saw were from a documentary film, Avon for the Avon, of which my wedding is the finale. So we knew that this story was going to keep being told beyond that day. But also, I had an incredible celebrant, a really old family friend of mine that has known my parents for a very long time. And she does funerals, mostly. And this was her first wedding. And she told me afterwards that she has never cried at any ceremony she's done before or since.
Aww.
But she cried on my wedding day.
That's so nice.
And it got all of us, you know, looking out into that audience, everyone was weeping.
Yeah.
I'd never been to a wedding before. And there I was in a dress.
You've never been to a wedding before?
I'd never been to a wedding.
How did you enjoy your own wedding?
It was great.
You
I
should
loved
do
it.
more weddings.
Well, I went to a couple last year and I love weddings.
Was it hard to organise? Were you bridezilla at all? I mean, how did the day go?
I don't think I was bridezilla. I hope I wasn't. Luckily, I had a lot of support. I've got a lot of very creative friends, you know.
The outfit's amazing.
The outfit, my mum helped me buy this dress from a charity shop. My friends from school, because, you know, I married the Avon, which is the Bristol River. So we wanted to do it in a kind of quirky Bristolian way.
Great.
Have you taken your husband's name yet? Have you illegally taken the name?
I haven't done it legally because the paperwork seemed a bit long. But it's kind of my stage name because since the wedding I've been performing my poems a lot more and getting dressed up for morning telly.
And
so it's nice to have two names. You know?
Sorry to interrupt. How are you with him playing away?
Well, it's an open relationship.
It's an open relationship.
It's a very open relationship.
So when you see people swimming in there, you're like, hang on a second.
I love going to the
Get your
river.
dirty boats out of my man.
Luckily, I know I'm green right now, but I don't often get jealous. I love going to the river and seeing lots of people enjoying being near the river. And I've been on tour recently, and I've been swimming in a lot of other rivers.
Megan,
And I don't think that they're jealous either.
You got a lovely vibe about you. You've got such lovely energy. And this came from a really serious place in all, didn't it? Because, I mean, how long have you been wild swimming? And did you grow up around the river?
So I grew up in Bristol, and I always thought the Avon was too dangerous to swim in. Inaccessible, muddy, polluted.
Bad boy, you said.
A bad boy.
He's a bad boy. She's married a bad boy.
My parents said, stay away from that river.
Yeah.
Dirty bad boy.
Yeah.
And then I started swimming. Luckily, I've got family that live in Wales and Scotland, so we would swim. I didn't know it was called wild swimming back then.
Just swimming, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was
exactly.
Just swimming.
Same.
So I can't really remember when I first started swimming, I've just always been drawn to water. And I think we are all drawn to water in a way, because we're mostly water, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
We're over 50% water, and so's the world.
What's lovely is so many people cared. I mean, you got this wedding crowdfunded. I think you raised about £500 of it, spent £1,000 on it. So many people do care about our waterways. I mean, if we look at some of the statistics in 2024, 331 people had to see a doctor, and 79% were reported that the medical professionals had attributed that illness to sewage pollution. It's so sad, isn't it?
It's really sad, and it's not just an issue here, you know. I mean, we've got a fully privatised water system in the UK, one of the most expensive ones as well, and the water's still shoddy. And 50% of the world's population, 50% of hospital beds in the world right now are taken up by somebody suffering from an illness related to water contamination.
That is an incredible statistic.
It causes more deaths every year than all violence, including wars, you know? Water is an essential part of life. And I think just as it's a human right to have access to clean drinking water, I think it's a human right to have access to water that you can also swim
Yeah.
in and be in, and for it to improve your mental and physical well-being.
And it's unbelievable, isn't it, the difference it makes?
Yeah, you said you have a relationship with the sea.
Yeah. I'm more of a salt guy, so, but, you know, I respect the rivers, respect the fresh
Would you
water.
ever consider, you know, a little relationship?
I'm married already,
Getting
but
married?
I'm definitely cheating on my wife with Hampstead Ponds.
All the time.
To be fair...
Is that not going to sound... She's cool with it, though.
She does as well, yeah, so... But
There
there
you
is something about being in water. Doesn't matter if it's the winter or the summer. It's just something to sort... You come out and you're like, I'm ready for the day.
Yeah, it's transformative. Because you're entering a different element, aren't you?
What is the message that you want to get across to people out there who are watching today?
So I want to say that there's a lot to be scared about in the world right now, particularly with water pollution. And this campaign, there's a lot to be angry about because, you know, our bills are just going up and up. They Ofwat have given allowance for water companies to raise the bills by 30% every year. So there's a lot to be angry and scared about. But what we wanted to do with the wedding was to focus on love and joy and union and the strength that bringing people together through those joyful moments. Like, we don't have many ceremonies left in our human Western world right now, but we still have weddings. Yeah. Everyone loves a wedding. Yeah. So that's what we wanted to do. We want to give out a message of hope. And there's an empowerment. I think coming out of the water, you feel stronger. I didn't think I'd be sat on morning telly in a wedding dress, but the swimming in the river has given me the power to have a voice.
Megan, if people are watching this and they're like, well, I'm not really a swimmer, it's not even about swimming, it's about being, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just about being in nature, being in, whether it's mountains or beaches or rivers. It is that notion of just, like, stillness and a reset. I think everyone...
And you just want it to be clean.
Yeah.
I mean, just want clean waters.
What are you going to do for your next anniversary? Because talk about bad boy, last year you broke your leg.
I did, yeah. So...
Naughty River Avon.
Well, I'm trying to work out what the message is there, but I've done 2 pilgrimages now, one to the source of the river and one to the mouth. I went to Avon mouth for my
Where's the source?
The source is near Malmesbury kind of area. So you walk through a lot of private land because 97% of riverbanks are on private land. So we only have access to 3% of our rivers in England and Wales, which is wild. Yeah, luckily, with the Thames, you can walk all the way up and down it. There's footpaths, but there's not for the Avon. I was trying to go to the river for a swim, and I slipped and I broke my leg. So access is really important. There's Right to Rome is an amazing campaign group, and they've got an event coming up on Sunday, the 27th of this month. And because how are you supposed to build a relationship with something that you don't know? And how do you love something you don't know? And then how do you protect it? So, yeah, we need to work on ways to get to the water and build on this relationship and build this love.
Can I just say, the River Avon is very, very lucky. I think that River Avon's punching.
Oh, he is.
Gorgeous. You know what I mean?
But have you met my darling?
Yeah, but she's right.
I think we're quite well matched.
She's right. Thanks, Megan.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the first person to have fallen in love with the river, and I don't think I'll be the last, but I really hope that the rivers will still be alive and well in the future.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Megan. You can see the documentary Rave on the River Avon, independent cinemas across the country. You've been brilliant. Thank you so